Hi, it's Ilona here. Welcome and thanks for joining me today while I repot my Rossioglossum Rawdon Jester. That is a mouthful. The Rossioglossum Rawdon Jester grows in sunny Mexico and is actually a primary hybrid between the Rossioglossum grande and the Rossioglossum williamsianum. So it's, even though it's a hybrid, it's a cross between two species. I really like the flower because it's big and bold and cheers up my kitchen. So let me show you my setup, my potting setup here. I've got the plant, of course, and now the beautiful blooms are gone and it's just there with the stem. And I've got some pots here. I was looking here thinking, maybe that would do. But then I was thinking this one would probably be better. So that would work. And then I've got a potting mix that I've come to like. And I've got the hydrogen peroxide spray to clean the roots after I take it out of the pot. And then I've got the scissors here that I've sterilized, and so then I can take a look at what's going on here. Normally I would like to wait a bit longer for this growth to be longer than, I don't know, maybe twice as big, but I'm really suspect about the potting medium here. So this is the last one that has bloomed. This one's going to be the next one to bloom, and this one, when it matures, this little one here, that will be the second one to bloom. Now, looking at the orchid, it likes to be kept moist, somewhat moist. It doesn't want to dry out too much, at least in the summertime. But if you look at the pseudobulbs, before I got it, it looks as if it was under some kind of stress. So, and look at this one here. This is like, this pseudobulb is really small. Well, this one here is larger, and this is the one that the bloom is coming from. So you can kind of tell that it was in some kind of stress at the time. Even I knew that, but I just couldn't resist purchasing it because I just love the flower so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the pot and see what's going on with the roots. Now, I did order a little tripod for my iPod. I ordered it online. The local Best Buy didn't have one in, so I just went online and ordered one from Amazon.ca from Canada. And I was so delighted to find one. This is a Gorilla Grip that Katerina told me about, and I wasn't paying attention to the delivery date. It turns out it's going to be delivered sometime at the end of August to the middle of September. So that'll teach me to pay attention. So now I'm waiting for this little stand that I ordered. So my videos are going to be a little bit wobbly, and I'll have to put my camera down to be able to take the plant out of the pot. But I do want to say, oh yeah, I almost forgot to say, these Rossioglossums are very finicky about having their roots disturbed. So the thing is, when you're repotting, try not to disturb the roots or disturb as little as possible, and try to repot into a pot that will give it, you know, a couple of years or so growth. And yeah, so if you do disturb the roots too much, they're just going to sulk. So I'm kind of expecting this one to sulk because, I don't know, the roots just, I don't know. But anyway, let me just stop here for a sec while I take it out of the pot. First off, I'm going to crush it, yeah, that'll be good for the roots. I'm going to loosen the roots like this and see if it'll come out. Let me just stop for a sec here. When I tried to take them out, they wouldn't take them out, so I'm going to have to cut them out of the pot. So I'll just put it down on its side and cut cut, I use these scissors. I don't know, these are dollar store scissors. I don't know if they'll do the job, but I'll find out. So I'm going to cut it out of the pot. I'll get back to you. Cut the pot open. Well, the scissors only work partially, and then I went and got this. This seemed to do the rest, so between the two of them. But you look at here. Oops. I don't know what to think about this. It's got a great big, oh my goodness. It's got some good roots, and there's nothing, there's no new growing bits. So I think this one's going to be sulking for a long time. So I'm going to clean it up, and then okay. So this is all the pot mix. It has some clay bits here, I guess, for drainage, and anyway, it's pretty well had it. So looking at, I've washed this off, and I'm about to spray it with hydrogen peroxide. I want to clean these little bits off and clean this off so that there any bacteria or fungus or whatever is here. I hope to kill it with the hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to spray the roots and then wait a few minutes and pot it. But Rossioglossum is part of the Oncidium group. Can't think of the word anyway. And I found that for me, anytime I transplant Oncidiums, it's better if they have a little root and on the growth. Now this has a growth, and I was so delighted. Whoops, sorry, I'm getting so excited here. I can see a tiny little root. Now you probably need a microscope to see it. Where is it? Well, maybe after I clean, but there's a little root in there, so maybe it won't stall as much and sulk as much because there is a tiny, tiny little root growing there. So hopefully that will help. So I'm just going to put it down and use, what happened to my, I thought I had a toothbrush here. Oh, I do. It's on the chair. So I'm going to use this toothbrush, dip it in the hydrogen peroxide, and clean all of these little bits off. And then here, and then just spray the roots. Being careful when I'm scrubbing with my little toothbrush that I don't damage things. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I remember to use the camera landscape instead of portrait view. I don't know why I have so much trouble remembering that. But anyway, so I have cleaned them up, sprayed them, and sprayed the roots, and I do have two little roots. Let me see if I can see them here. Two little roots. Can you see them right there? Yes. So maybe it won't be so bad. So, okay. Oh, I see I still have some to take off here. Okay, I'll use my, where's my scrubby brush here. Oh, I can hardly wait till that stand comes. But anyway, this is sort of what I do. Gently, being sure not to touch those roots, because I don't want to have the toothbrush hit those roots and knock them off. That would really be a tragedy. So next I'm going to get my potting mix and my pot and pot it up. So now I've got it, I'm looking at which, whoops, sorry. I'm looking at which direction it's growing and allowing that growth room here in the pot, so it's got lots to grow. And I'm going to hold this, the oldest growth, I guess, or this growth here against the pot, and then I'm going to fill it using this coarse mixture of bark, and I'll take out the really huge pieces of bark when I run across them, but it has charcoal in it, and what are those white things called again? I still can't remember. Anyhow, the little white things, they help with retaining moisture. So that'll be my next step. All right, so I potted it up with being very, very careful not to damage the little roots on this new growth. And oh yes, I here, I cut the spike off using the sterilized, I had to re-sterilize my scissors. So I do that with alcohol. These they have plastic. They have plastic on them, so I use alcohol on those. But if they don't have plastic, I have another pair somewhere. I use heat for those because I think that works the best. But I just stuck them in the alcohol and hope that will do it. So we'll see. Anyway, I checked. I even was so paranoid about those little roots that I didn't break them off. I went and got this little flashlight. And I looked down in there as well as I could, and the little roots, the little nubbins were okay, so now I can rest at peace. So what I'm going to do next, it's looking pretty handsome. What I'm going to do, I'll just do a view like this. What I'm going to do next is soak them. I patted the roots a bit and I squished the pot a bit to try to get the media to go into the roots, and it looks lined up pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to do is soak it in water, and I think I'll put some Super Thrive. I still have some Super Thrive to help those tiny little nubbin roots that are growing. And then I will put, oh yeah, I keep losing tags. I'll take that tag off there. And yeah, just look what we have to pay here in our area for orchids, right? So now you can understand why I'm worried about those little nubbins. That's a lot of money, $44.99. So I want it to grow. Orchids are just getting really expensive here because it's a small orchid market in Canada, and if we want the stuff, then we have to pay whatever they want to charge us. But hey, I'm happy I was able to get it. So there's the tag. There's the spelling, Ross Rawdon Jester. And I just hope for the best. So I'm just gonna, next I'm just going to soak this now. Or this. So it's looking pretty good in its pot now that it's been soaking for a while. And I did put the Super Thrive. I did put Super Thrive in, and what I did was I went and got rainwater. Our rain barrel's really getting low. We have to get some rain. So what I did was I soaked it, and then I poured the rest of the 2-gallon watering can over it as well, so that it gets a thorough, all those little grains of guck that are in the mix. And I'm thinking it's looking pretty happy already, right? Doesn't look, there's those little roots that are right down there, and they have air and they have moisture. I might tuck just gently a little piece of bark there in front to give it a bit of support. So that's pretty well. Oh, I can't see anything here. What's gone? I'm really waiting for my little tripod, but as I said, it won't be coming until the middle or the end of September. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share and leave comments. I absolutely love comments. It's fun to talk to people and answer questions and ask questions and learn from one another. So thanks. Until next time. Bye.